Today we are, let me make sure, okay, gonna graph two graphs at one time. We've already done this, right? We get y equals and we graph it. Yes? Yes, if you look at your study guide, you'll see some on there. But today we're gonna graph inequalities, two of them. Oh, and we've already done that. We tested on that already. So let me give you some equations. Let's see. My first one I'll do, ignore all that written at the top. I'll do y plus 3x is less than or equal to 8. And then I'm going to do my other one, y minus 3 is greater than 2x. Okay, and ignore all that up there. All right, so I'm going to graph this pink one, and then I'm going to graph the orange one. Is everybody okay with this? So two inequalities at one time. So how do I get the y by itself on this one?
3x.
Yeah, subtract 3x. That means I'm going to move it over here. Oops, that's an x. So y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 8. Are there any questions on that one? No. Yeah, I thought we were wanting it to be brighter in here.
Well, I can't see.
Oh, yeah, you can close a couple of them. Okay, on this one, what would I do to solve? Add 3. Add 3 to both sides. Y is greater than 2x plus 3. Is that better?
Miss May, can you turn the cold air on?
Cold air on? It is on. Y'all are being really picky. Okay, let's just keep going with math. You're going to sit right there? Yeah. All right, on the next part, let me graph these two inequalities. So I'm going to go up to 8. Does everybody see that? So I'm going to be off the chart a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm up here. That's okay. That made it worse?
Yeah, it's so those are glaring really bad. Like, I can't even see.
Okay. I'll pause this. Somebody close those. Now, I went up 8. From here, where do I go? What's my slope? Down 3 and over 1. Down 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Okay? Now, those are my 2 dots. Does everybody see the 2 dots? I'm actually going to get a ruler. Is this going to be a dotted or a solid line?
A dotted. Oh, wait, it's
Solid.
solid. Oh, my God.
No.
It's going to be a solid line. Okay, so I'm going to put my ruler here and draw my solid line. There it is. It's okay. All right, now the next one, oh wait, now I shade. Where do I shade at? It says y is less than that. So all this area.
Wait, I thought you would do a dotted line.
It has the equal to on this one.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So I'm shading all under here. And this is why I like colored pencils or colored pens for these. Okay, now let's graph the other one. I go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And from here, what's my slope? Up 2 and over 1. Up 2 and over 1. Luckily, it's right there. All right, and then what kind of line is this one going to be? A dotted line because it wasn't equal to. So I'll do a dotted line. And where do I shade on this one? It says greater than the orange. So up here. Okay, all greater than the orange. Where do they cross? Do y'all see all this area over here is where you have pink and orange intersecting. Okay, crossing. That's your answer. Okay, so it's a system of inequalities. We're graphing 2 inequalities at one time. Where their shading crosses is the answer. Okay?
Okay, so how do I say they cross?
No, this is it. This is your answer. This is what your answer is going to be. On your paper, let me show you what the first type of problem is. They give you some answer choices. Let's see. For like number 1, I'll show you what it looks like. They want to know what of these answers is where they intersect. So for me, what I would do on number 1 is I would plug in the x and y and see if it's true. So for number 1, let me plug in A. if x is 0 and y is 1, what's 0 plus 1? Is that bigger than 1? No. So I already know A is not going to work.
Or D.
Okay? Or D. Okay? Then you would go through the others and try the ordered pairs and see which ones. And they have to work for both of these. Does this make sense, y'all? You just plug and play. You have to do that for both inequalities. So I'll let you finish this one. And then I feel like I need to go over one like number 5. So I'll give you a second, all right, to do these. And then if I need to go over another graphing one, like do y'all know how to solve on number 3 for y? And then graph, dotted or solid line and shade. Okay, what I'll do is y'all work on 1 and then 3. And then if you need help with 3, let me know. So some of you got C. 0 plus 2 is greater than 1, right? Let's see. Is 1 plus 1 bigger than 1? But the other one to try is 2 plus 1 bigger than 1. Yes. Now we have to try them all in the what? The bottom one as well. So if I tried to multiply these, what's 0 plus 6? Is that less than or equal to 7? Do y'all know where in the world I got 0 plus 6? Here, let me make sure you know that, where I got that from. It would just be, I'm going to plug in 2 times 0 plus 3 times 2. I plugged in 0 and 2. So that's 0 plus 6. Is that less than or equal to 7? It is. Okay, 6 is less than 7. Now let me try these two. So it's 2 times 1 plus 3 times 1. Well, what's 2 plus 3? Is that less than or equal to 7? Yes, it is. Now let me try the last one because this determines if it's B or C. So I'm going to plug in 2 and 1. So 2 times 2 and 3 times 1. What is 4 plus 3? Is that less than or equal to 7? It's equal to 7, so yes, it works. All right, so it is B. We're not going to do number 2. That one's kind of...
The other one works.
The other one works, but it doesn't include all the possibilities. Like, so when you're doing this for multiple choice, just see which one, like some of these work, but not all of them did, okay? Alright. No, we're not doing number 2. So the next one is you can do 3 and 4. Do I need to start y'all off on number 3?
Sure.
What are you going to do? You tell me. You start us off.
Start on Y.
Yeah, you're going to solve for y. So somebody said subtract x, right? That's what you're going to do on both of them. Yeah, so both of them, you get a negative x. So on yours, you should have, when you solve for y is less than a negative x plus 8, and a y is less than or equal to, oh my, this one's going to be crazy, negative x plus 40. Is that what y'all got?
Yeah.
When you graph, I would count by tens, y'all. I would definitely count by 10. So let me show you on mine. I'm going to start with the bigger number. So I'm going to go up 10, 20, 30, 40. And then basically, y'all, I'm just going to go down 10 and over 10 to make my next. Does that make sense to y'all? That's like down 1 and over 1, right? Anytime it's down 1 over 1, you're just going through the corners. All right? But that's really down 10 and over 10. Down 10 and over 10. That's the same thing as down 1 and over 1. So that one would be a solid line through all those corners. Kind of yucky. Okay. Then my other graph, oh wait, let me shade. Less than that, right? So it's going to be below. There we go. Now this other one is up 8, so that's almost about here. Okay, and then down 1 over 1. But I'm just going to, again, take this one as in down 10 and over 10. Because down 1 and over 1 is going to be hard to see. Is 10 over 10 the same thing as 1 over 1, y'all? Yes, that's why I'm doing that. And is this a dotted or a solid line? Dotted. Dotted. Why is it dotted? Because it's not equal to. Okay, so those are my two lines. And then where do I shade this one? Above it or below it? Below it. So I'm going to kind of shade this way. And can you see where they cross? It's all underneath the orange line is where they cross. Okay? Does that make sense? That's what I would be looking for. Okay, where is the shaded region? Where does it cross at?
What's the one that when you have full, like when you don't close your circle and you have a circle?
That's if it was x is greater than 1, like just one variable. That would be an open circle. X greater than or equal to 1 is a closed circle on the number line, like this right here. This is x is greater than or equal to 6. That's just one variable, so it's one line. But what happens when we have two variables is we've got lines like this, okay, on a coordinate grid. Okay, I'll pause it, and y'all look at number 4. Y'all can do number 4. It's already set up for you. It looks like this right here. Okay, it's ready for you to graph them, and they're much easier numbers, so y'all can handle that one. So, this is what number 6 looks like if you graphed it. And you can tell this is the answer. The little shaded region where they cross is in here. Now, number 5 is different. I'm not going to do your number 5. I'm going to do one kind of like it. Let me see what yours says. Okay. I'm going to have mine say x is greater than 4 and y is less than or equal to -1. Now, this is different. It's actually a little bit easier. You wouldn't think it, though, because it looks kind of confusing. Where's all my variables? You know, you can't solve for y on this one. But I don't know if you remember, when you have x equals a number and y equals a number, one's a horizontal line and one's just a vertical line. And that's it. That's all they are. So let me start with x is greater than 4. I'm going to go on my x-axis to the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, am I going to make this whole line a dotted or a solid line? Dotted, because I don't have the equal to. This right here is my vertical line. Now, this one's a little bit different. What x values are greater than 4? The ones over here or the ones over here? Right. To the right. We normally don't think right or left, but in this case we are. Wouldn't you say that 5 and 6 and all these numbers are bigger than 4? So I would shade over here to the right. Does this make sense on that one? Yours is a different number though, so be careful. On your paper it's different. So I have my dotted line, and on mine I shaded to the right. You'll have to decide what kind of line, at what number are you at, and do you shade to the right or the left. Now, the y, it's not going to be a vertical line. What's this one going to be? A horizontal line. So I'm going to go down to -1, and do I make a solid line through it or a dotted? Solid. Why solid? Because I've got the equal to. So here's my solid line. Okay, and do I shade above that line or below that line to be less than that? Below it. So I'm going to shade below the line that's down here. And can you see my two graphs cross in this little rectangle area right here? That would be my answer. This little area right here is my answer.
So for ours, it's y is greater than 0.
So you don't go up or down any. You'll just do a dotted line at 0.
You can't really tell mine's dotted, but
It's
dotted.
fine, yeah, because it's on the axis, right? And you're going to shade above, yeah.
Those are the numbers greater than 0.
Yeah.
This is what I got. That's pretty good.
Did you shade above? On number 5, above the y?
Wait,
No, I didn't. I shaded below.
right here.
So the line is greater than 0. So if you're at 0, you're going to shade up above it.
Okay.
You're gonna shade up above it. So the last type of problem, can y'all can look on your sheet and see what do they have that's a little bit different than what we've done.
Absolute value.
They have absolute values. What do those graphs look like? They have a shape of a V. Very good. Very good, Will. Yep. They have a V. So it's the same things we've already learned though. Now let me do not that one. I'm looking for a good one. I'll do y is less than or equal to 2 and y is less than the absolute value of x minus 1. Okay, so the first one, oh, what kind of line is this? It's either horizontal or vertical, remember? So we're going to go up to 2. This is going to be a horizontal line. And is it going to be a dotted or a solid line? Solid. Okay, so I'm going to draw this line right here. Now, do I shade above or below it? It says less than. So I'm going to shade below it. So I'm just going to do...
Wait, I thought you would make that line go up and down.
That's it.
No, that's if it says X. Okay?
Oh, okay.
That's a vertical line for X and it's a horizontal line for Y. Okay, there's my first one. Now my second one, I'm actually going to draw this one in orange. Okay, oops. So on this one, where do I go? Right, left, up, or down? Right one. Remember when it's with the X, it goes left or right and it's opposite what you think. So this one's going to the right one. Does everybody remember this? I don't go up or down any. So I'm just going to make that point. What's my slope? It's just 1. There's no number out here. Up 1, over 1. And is it a dotted or a solid line? Dotted. So, look, I'm making a dotted line B. Is everybody okay with that? That's this graph right here. Now, where do I shade? Above it or below it? It says less than. So I'm going to shade below it. So I would... And you can see where they cross is under here. Just this little area. Okay? For mine.
So,
Now you're going to try yours. What's your question?
I'm confused on like where I go on number 7. Like I already did the first one.
So you went above the 3, right? You're above? Now the next one, do you go right, left, up, or down 2?
I go left 2.
Very good. And
then
so
go up
draw
and
your
over
dot.
one.
Yeah. And then you're going to go, and is it a dotted or a solid line?
It's a dotted.
Yep.
but I'm just like right there. You did like that little. Oh shit! Sorry. I said shoot.
So here's my last example, and then y'all can finish this and work on the study guide. So this looks like your number 8. They've got y is greater than or equal to x. I'll do that for my first equation, inequality. And then my second one, oh, I hate how they have that, but I'll go with it. Actually, I'll just do this one with you.
And Samantha, don't you make these things?
No, it's a test program. I can change it. Well, I could add my own problems, but anyway.
I thought you made them.
No. All right, on this one, I'm going to go through the origin because, I don't go up or down any. So I'll start at 0, and what's my slope? Up, what's my number in front of x? A 1. Up 1 over 1. And is it a dotted or a solid line? It's a solid line. This is always y equals x. It looks like that. It's just a line that goes straight through, like there. Okay, it goes through the origin. Because I don't have plus 2 to take me up to and start there. But now I'm going to shade. I'm about to shade. But that's just the y equals x part. Now I'm going to shade greater than that. Where is greater than that?
On the top part.
all up here. Okay? That's that line. Are we good with this one? Yes. Okay. Now my next one, what's my starting point? I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, well, that's if my slope was out here. Hold on, let me pause it for a second. When your slope is outside of here, when the number's outside of here, that's your slope. Remember, when it's got the numbers in here. On this one, I think the easiest way, since we have this number, you can use a slope as 3. I prefer, and what it would be on your test, is if your numbers would be like this, but it's not. Okay, this is how it will be on the test. This changes things. Y'all listen. I think when we get into the next chapter, we'll see some things similar to this, and we'll learn that later. But for now, yes. Why? Yeah, it has audio and, it shows everything. Shows what's up here and you can hear it. Otherwise, that would be silly to have a video without sound. Okay, y'all pay attention. Brock? Okay, so on this one, if I were you, one thing you can do is just graph it and get a table of values. To me, that's the easiest thing. Okay, so I can see, okay, -1, -4. -1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, -3 is another one. 1, 2, 3. -2, -1. Did I say that one right? Over -2. I did some of those backwards when I graphed them. Hold on. 0, -3. I did right. -1. I think I did one backwards. -1, -4. Over 0, down 3. Over 1, 0. Some of these are. Over 2, up 3.
What are you, what are we
What? I just graphed that one wrong.
Are we gonna have one?
So you're a
No, I already said that. I already said.
It's all just we skip it.
No.
Bro, this is bad. This is like,
Why is this bad?
Why are there so many freaking points?
Well, I'm just getting a bunch. -3,
You're supposed to draw a line.
2, and then it would be a dotted or a solid line.
it's a dotted line, but I don't know where you're supposed to dot it.
Well, I know. My line's just probably not the best. Now, where do I shade?
Above it, I guess.
Above or below? What does it say? Greater than. So I'm going to shade in here.
Do I have to write this?
And it would be that little weird area. This is where, hold on, I'll show you. You can see theirs, it's that kind of odd shape. That's kind of how mine is. Through here. I just didn't draw the best graph. Now, I just picked ordered pairs. Like I said, yours would look more like this. A basic one, we know we go up, down, left, or right, how many, and you have your slope. This one was not that way. So I went in and found ordered pairs using my calculator. Yes, it was a little more confusing. You actually had one like that, I think, on your last test, though. But that was the last test. It's been a while, and we're mixing a whole lot of stuff together.
If I randomly just draw a dotted line and
Yeah, don't just draw a dotted line.
I don't know where the points are supposed to go.
Okay, I'll read you some points.
No.
-3, 2. Go to the left 3
Alright.
and up 2. -2, -1. Left 2, down 1. Let's see, here's another one. -1 and down 4. Okay, and then some other points. What about, like, what did I say? Over 1 and up 0. 1, 0. And then the last one you'd probably need, I did 2, 3. Over 2 and up 3. And then you can kind of see the shape of your V.
Wait, what was that one before? You said 1, 0.
Before-
something like that?
I did -1, -4,
Okay.
1, 0, and 2, 3.
Alright.
Wait, what's the one like? Did you get -1 down 4?
Yes, I did. That's like the point of it. Yeah, this is the last one. Now, all that y'all have left, let's see, but it's time to go, just about, is your study guide. Tomorrow, we're just going to go through the study guide together. It's only over 3 lessons, y'all. Because remember, we finished this chapter in advanced math. We'll do matrices.
The first part was not